Helene. This is Cabin Fever Crochet, popping in for just a few to let you know, yay, finally, the written version for my winter cool weather baseball cap is here, finished, already up in my Etsy shop for purchase. If you're interested, I know a lot of you have been waiting. I am sorry it took so long. This was rather a daunting pattern to write up. 5 instructional pages, lots of information in there. Take you through, just like with my tutorials, step by step. I have 7 photos with little diagrams showing you exactly where the placement is. I typed this up in a little bit larger print and important areas, pattern repeats, and so forth in bold. I've divided this into 3 different sections with the cap, the band, and the brim. To make it easier to refer back to, I've included the link to my tutorial and a couple of areas with the specific timestamp, but that is in my tutorial as well. So I'm going to leave the link for the tutorial, free tutorial, here below if you haven't checked that out yet. And I have added more size options, really easy adjustments based on the hook size and within a couple of different sections as well, so you can customize that even more. And so I have refined those sizes even more from my original tutorial, and so I included all of that information in the drop down description section and pinned at the top of my comment section, which I do sometimes as well. So if you ever have any questions about anything, always check those 2 places first and see if the information is there. And so just to give you a quick little rundown on this hat again, the brim is really nicely formed, and the way that I constructed it is that you do not need any stabilizer of any kind, no sprays, no inserts or anything. So it's washable. Of course, I always recommend by hand, and then rolling it up in a towel, pressing out the water, lay flat, reshape it, lay flat to dry, but when you reshape it, make sure you don't stretch the yarn out, because that's the size that you'll get when it's dried. And so all of that information, a lot I included in the written pattern with a couple of extra things, and then all the other information is in the tutorial as well. This hat, compared to my summer warmer weather baseball cap hat, you can see that the stitches are closer together, they're thicker. The brim I designed so it is wider from side to side, and you have a little more depth to it, so there's more coverage and more warmth against the elements to protect your face. Glasses, if you wear them, go outside, it's maybe foggy, drizzly, snowy, gets on them, and it's just this constant thing in and out of the car doing errands or when I'm taking a walk. And it does come down lower on the ears, and that's another spot that you can customize, and I go over this in my tutorial also. If you do wind up making this where it sits down a little too low, you can push it back and then pull it down and back along the ears, because I did design this to go down farther on the back of the neck for warmth, and I did not add a ponytail port to this one for those reasons. But if you are a more seasoned crocheter, you can go back to my original summer baseball cap hat, and you can use that same principle and incorporate that in the back if you want to. Excuse me. And then I give you 3 different options on how to work the finishing trim. I did option 3, the combination of the 2, the traditional reverse single crochet, and then my modified version to help prevent any additional bulk or curling in the back, especially if you have thicker hair, which I don't. It just looks that way sometimes because it's curly, but if you wear a braid or a ponytail, that might wind up pushing that up already. To counterbalance that, that's why I created this, and for other projects too, fingerless gloves and so forth, you can use that in the same way. Now I don't have color ink, I printed it out, still gives you the idea, but I did everything as crisp, as clean, readable, understandable as possible. And you have the link, like I said, you can go back to use that as a companion. And you can also have the brim so you can have it more wide if you like, or if you like that more of that pointy look, that's up to you. It really takes its shape nicely. And I have worked this hat in a variety of different yarns. This is a Malabrigo 100% merino, superwash merino wool in worsted weight. I've used their Hirschner's daily, I think it is, yarn. That comes out a little bit smaller. So take a look at your yarns. If you're using an acrylic, works up beautifully in the Lion Brand Heartland yarn. Love that for it. I've made quite a few. Even the Hobby Lobby, I love this cotton. So say if you live in a more moderate climate, doesn't get as cold, you don't want wool or even acrylic per se, well then you can go with 100% cotton, or even a blend like the Michaels, the Caron Blossom Cakes in the cotton acrylic, has a little bit of fuzz to it, will work up beautifully in that. Might want to go down one hook size because I noticed that that does loft up and tend to bloom. So when I say take a look at your yarns, kind of look at the gauge, how dense and tight it is, and or springy, bouncy, lofty, and adjust your hook size accordingly. All right, so I think that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for your patience, and I hope you will stick around. Come back next time for the next episode, because as always, I have a variety of things in the works. Sometimes it just takes me a little while to get to them, but this is it for today. So until next time, my yarny friends, please take good care, stay well, be safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.